seeing the historical behavior of our current president, he has a very um, punishing, vindictive personality. And
Yes.
Tim Walz had the gall to run with Kamala Harris
Hmm.
and actually say some things that a lot of people thought made good sense about
Yeah.
Trump that he did not find flattering at all.
Yeah.
And I think it's partly just retribution. Welcome to another episode of the Bloomburg Democrat. I'm Sally Taylor. This is my moral, ethical, thoughtful younger brother, John Daniels. And this is my perfect visiting sister, Laura Cray. And we're excited to have you with us, Laura.
Yeah.
We've needed an extra body in the room for a while.
Yeah, we
So
have.
yeah.
Glad to be here. Be that extra body.
Well, it always helps to have more than one person thinking about the things that we're facing in the nation. And it's good to have another perspective as well.
Exactly. It's nice to have new perspectives, different opinions, that type of
Yes.
thing. Even
Yeah.
if we have the same opinion.
Totally different.
Well, I have had people ask me before when they haven't seen our podcast, John, do you and I have different viewpoints? And I'm like, yeah, no. We pretty much see eye to eye on most things.
On most things, yeah.
On
That's
most things.
because that's because we just look at it logically. I mean, if you look at something logically, it tends to be deterministic. You tend to arrive at the same conclusions. So if you're not looking at things logically, you may have a vastly different opinion. Okay,
Yeah.
it happens.
Absolutely. It does. More and more these days. So,
Yeah.
John,
Yep.
what's the logic behind why there is a paramilitary force that has invaded the state of Minnesota right now that's causing death and mayhem and destruction and a lot of unhappiness in the United States? Where's the logic in that?
Well, here's an example of when someone doesn't look at things logically. So I'm not sure that there is a lot of logic. You kind of have to interpret what someone else's attempt at logic is. And so I think that Trump and his friends are thinking of this as a kind of like a corporate thing, right? We've noticed that Trump and his buddies, they're all very much under the idea that capitalism is like it's it's a good reason for doing anything terrible, right? Like if you're doing something that's not helping other people, it's only helping yourself. Well, that's kind of like what capitalism is all about. And so when you start applying capitalism to non-financial arenas, you tend to get these very self-serving uh, decisions being made. And I think he's seeing things as kind of like a corporate capitalist system, and so that means very strong authority, right? You have the boss at the top who makes all the decisions and tells everybody else what to do, and then basically whatever he says goes. And corporations in America in particular do not really care much about the rules or the laws. It becomes just the price of doing business when you are punished for breaking those rules and laws. And there's never any really big consequences. And I think they're just kind of treating everything in a very similar way. So they see these blue states as being like bad employees who don't do what they're supposed to do. And so they're there to kind of enforce their authority and um, kind of reestablish order. as they see it, right?
Yeah, I think that that's potentially some of it.
Hmm.
Uh, I also have a
Because you asked
strong
about
sense.
logic,
Well, I
right?
know. I know, but I think a lot about human behavior in logic as well, with regard to logically how did this occur?
Yeah.
And you know, seeing the historical behavior of our current president, he has a very um punishing,
Vindictive.
vindictive personality. And
Yes.
Tim Walz had the gall to run with Kamala Harris
Hmm.
and actually say some things that a lot of people thought made good sense about
Yeah.
Trump that he did not find flattering at all.
Yeah.
And I think I think it's partly just retribution.
Well, I would say that that's partly it, yes. You're not wrong in that he's very vindictive. But this is not the first place that this has happened either, right? They've been to
No,
Chicago, they've been
right.
to New York,
Both of
other
who
places.
have governors, both of whom have governors that have been highly critical of Trump
Right. Well,
for a
yes,
long
it's all the
time.
blue states, right? Anybody who's not bowing down and kissing the ring is those are the blue states. And so those are the ones that he's going after. The people who love him are the people he tries to protect.
But do you think that even if they were blue states with governors who really had nothing to say about him, because there are blue states that have governors that have really not kind of gotten into the mud with Trump.
Yeah.
Those states have largely been left alone for the most part.
Well, that's just because he's going down a list. I mean, they're still on the
Right.
list. They're at the bottom.
But they're at the bottom because
Yeah.
they're not the first ones that he wants to punish.
Right.
Right. So I think there's a strong retribution aspect to
Yeah.
why these states are the ones that are experiencing so much trauma from
Yeah.
ICE.
Yeah.
Well,
What
and
does Laura have to say? That's what I want to hear.
he likes to show his power, right? And
Yeah.
so he thinks that if he can show, like, it doesn't matter what happens, what we do, they're going to bow down to my power, So he's
Hmm.
sending in troops and he's showing them, like, listen, you fight against me, it's going to get worse.
Hmm.
And then he's cutting off any kind of funding. And so it's just going to keep getting worse
Yeah.
unless people just, like, go into their houses and close their shutters and, you know, don't fight back at all.
Yeah. Well, and he actually would like it if people would go into their houses and
Exactly.
close
That's
their
what he
shutters.
wants.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, and they're also going to be, when they cut off funding to these states, they're cutting off SNAP. They're cutting off, all of these federally subsidized programs that keep people alive. That,
Yeah.
so I don't know how. I'm certain that any state that this occurs to, they will fight it in the courts, no doubt.
Yeah.
And we're about to come up on another uh, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? When Congress has to fund the government.
Shut down
But yeah, I think we're likely to have another
or a
shutdown
budget.
coming up.
Yeah.
Yes, another budget. Thank you. That's what I was kind of trying to come up with. So I think that's end of January, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be
I think
interesting
so.
to see what happens there
Yeah.
down the road.
Yeah.
But I have another theory about why this is ramping up as much as it is, because ICE very much is acting in more aggressive ways than they ever have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotten much worse. And this is my theory. Take it or leave it.
Hmm.
I think Trump's health is bad. I
Oh, yeah.
think he definitely had a stroke back probably in September.
Hmm.
And he's doing poorly. He's feeling very mortal. He knows his time is short, but the people around him know that his time is short. And so
Hmm.
I think they have bumped up the schedule for these
Uh-huh.
types of behaviors because they know that it is a cult of Trump's personality. And once
Hmm.
he's gone, if they haven't solidified their power, they will lose it if he suddenly dies.
Yeah.
Right. And so if he dies
Well, we know
and
JD
doesn't,
Vance doesn't have any personality, so
he
there's
doesn't.
nothing
But
to worry about
here's
there.
the thing. If Trump dies in office,
Hmm.
he'll die before he has a chance to pardon them all.
Oh, that's true.
And they will go to jail.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
great.
I think
Let's
they
let's
know
do
it.
that. Yeah.
Uh,
Well, see, I find it strange that the Republicans have always been very states' rights uh, type a crowd, right? They've said it so many times, and yet every time that they get federal power, states' rights go straight out the window, right? And not having federal troops invading your state is a big states' right thing, right? So either you believe in states' rights or you don't. And you kind of have to, you know,
Well,
just
they pull
decide,
back
do
on
we want to?
everything, John. I mean,
Yeah,
he said America first. Is he really looking at all at America being first in anything other than
yeah,
demonstrating their power around the world? But,
right.
and he's going against everything he said, which
Well,
we all knew.
he's always lied about everything.
Exactly. We knew he didn't care about the people and the
Right.
jobs and the, you know,
Yeah.
economy other
Well,
than how it reflects on him.
even just recently there was a labor bill that was shot down in the House, I believe. Uh, Too many Republicans voted against it because it was anti-labor, and we have labor-oriented Republicans still. And there was one person, I don't remember where he was from or what his name was, but he made the comment that, I've got commitments that I've made to my constituents. I'm not going to vote against their interests in this.
Yeah.
And they had no idea that they were going to lose that vote, but they did.
but that was a House member. Yes. Is that
Yes,
a House
yes.
member? Yeah.
I believe House
It,
members, yes.
yeah. Because I think you can get House members that truly do serve their constituency.
Right.
I don't think it happens at the Senate level. I think
Not so
you got
much.
corporate politicians almost universally, almost.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got the Bernie Sanders and,
Right.
some others, but for the most part, at the Senate level, they all work for corporations.
Right.
Um, so I think that has a lot to do with their willingness to stay quiet through all of this as well, is that
Yeah.
they're not beholden to the people that they theoretically represent. They're
Right.
beholden to the corporations who put them in power.
Yeah.
And most of those corporations also put Trump into power.
Yes. Yes. And, I heard recently that Representative Crockett is going to be primaried by another Democrat, right?
Well, so she started running after James Tallarico was already in the race. So
Hmm.
James Tallarico, in my opinion, has a really good shot at winning that Senate seat.
Hmm.
And it's for the reasons that Republicans win Texas. Okay. I mean, he is clearly a progressive Democrat.
Hmm.
But he's a good guy. He is so good. I
Hmm.
would really love for him to win that seat, but I also do not want to lose Jasmine Crockett to government
Hmm.
because she's so important as well.
Yeah.
She is a Black woman and he is a white man who
Yeah.
is a preacher. He's a preacher.
Hmm.
And I mean, he's a Christian. He
Hmm.
he walks the walk, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I think he has a better chance of winning over more independents and Republicans who cross the line
Yeah.
than Jasmine Crockett does.
Yeah.
And I
Probably.
hate that that's the case because I would love for Jasmine Crockett to be able to win that seat as well,
Yeah.
right? But she
Yeah.
jumped in after
I see.
Tallarico was already running,
I see. So she's kind of
which
primarying
disappointed
him.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really is. It
That's
was
too bad.
disappointing for me, but you know, the primary will tell which
Yeah.
one is going to
Yeah.
be the one that actually gets to try for that seat. But
Yeah.
I just think Tallarico has a better chance. Um, but I think that means he also has a better chance of winning the primary,
Hmm.
unfortunately for Jasmine.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what she will do next, if that's the case. If I could be wrong, I could be wrong, but I don't want to lose her
Yeah, no,
to
she's
government.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Hmm.
she running because she's wanting to be a senator, or is it because she got kicked out
I think
for
she's running because she's worried about
her
being able to win her
district?
seat now because they gerrymandered it.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
think she could still win her seat, but now that
Yeah.
she's pulled out to run for the Senate, that's not even going to be an issue.
Right.
Hopefully, another good Democrat will jump in and maybe still win the seat.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a given that all of these previous, even the gerrymandered districts that they think they made safe, the
Yeah.
problem is they weakened other districts in order
Sure.
to strengthen the Republican vote in the districts they wanted to change. And
Right.
so I'm not convinced that Texas is going to get 5 new seats for
Yeah.
Republicans.
Yeah, they may not. Uh, I mean, it's only 1 in 5 people who still support Trump on things like in Greenland, you know?
Right.
So he's losing support in his own base.
Yeah.
So there
I
might
hope
be
so.
people thinking time for some change.
Right. That's my hope.
Yeah.
It's almost worth moving back to Texas to vote.
No, it's not. Ruin your life for a chance to throw a vote away? No, thanks.
uh,
I
well,
liked growing up in Texas, but I don't
you don't want to
necessarily
go
go back
back.
right now.
Well, yeah, that's because we lived in the countryside and we never had to talk to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but Texas still has its blue holdout areas as well.
Yeah,
We've still got the cities, and
yeah,
it's not that it's devoid of any Democrats that actually fill seats, even in
it's
the
true.
Texas Senate. Texas House. That's
Yeah,
where James Tallarico came from. That's where he first,
right.
fell into politics, and
Hmm.
so he, I think, had a good start, and I don't think he slowed down. I still see a lot from him, and I
Yeah.
think he, as a Christian minister,
Hmm.
he talks the talk and walks the walk, and I think that will be attractive to a lot of
No,
people who
he's going to have to be the right kind of Christian, though. Like, is he born again? Because
no
that's kind of if he's
no I think
Unitarian, he's got no chance.
no, I think he was either, I'm trying to remember if he's Episcopalian or maybe Methodist. I can't remember. I want to say he's
Methodist
maybe,
is a little bit closer to the right kind of Christian, I
yeah,
guess. But
yeah. uh
Episcopalian, there are no Episcopalians in
I
Texas.
can't. Well, there's a few. Yeah, there
And
are.
if you're
There's a
born
few.
again, then anybody who's not
There's
born
some
again is not
Catholics.
even a Christian. So, you know, let's talk about Christianity in
Uh,
Texas if we're going to talk about Christianity in Texas, because
But
it's a
I know
mess.
that he was finishing up theology school, but he does sermons on a regular basis. And
Okay.
when you listen to him talk, I would highly recommend you look him up and
Mm.
listen to what he says. He's clearly a progressive,
Hmm.
and he's clearly what I would
Well,
call a
Jesus was a
Christian.
progressive. Yeah.
Right. Of course, he
Yeah.
was. Absolutely.
All
So I
right.
think he's a follower of Jesus. I do think he is,
Well,
by my
that's not a
definition
bad
of the
thing.
term.
That's not a bad thing.
No. So that's the only thing is I one of them's going to get kicked out, unfortunately, and I think we
Yeah.
need them both. So,
Yeah.
but that was a decision that Crockett and her team made, and I
Mm.
she's got a shot. She'll take it. She'll see
Yeah.
if she can do it.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, good luck to America. Whoever wins, good luck to America.
yeah. So we didn't say much about Greenland, but of course Trump is still threatening Greenland, to
Hmm.
the point that Europe is sending troops. Denmark has already got troops on the ground. I think Germany is sending like 13 people or something. Not a lot,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but we're starting to get European troops in Greenland.
Yeah, this is
They are,
great.
yeah,
yes.
I think it's really good because Trump will be less likely to attack
Yeah,
European allies. I mean,
exactly.
granted, he's doing it, but I think he sees Denmark as small and therefore weak and
Yeah.
not willing to, go to war with the United States.
Right. He thinks
But
that they'll just turn over.
he just thinks they'll turn over.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just like the Nobel Peace Prize was turned over to him.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what that meeting with Vance and Rubio was like.
Oh, I can imagine. It was horrible, I'm sure.
I mean, it just had to have been embarrassing for them.
Yeah.
Like they're
Well,
bullies,
no,
so
no,
they
no.
don't realize that it would be
Yeah.
embarrassing to them because
Then
they
they
are
don't probably
bullies. But
feel embarrassment. They have no shame.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, on a
For
world
everybody
stage, I would
around,
find it
I'm
very
sure everybody was
embarrassing.
cringing
Yeah,
and feeling embarrassed for them.
for them. Yeah, that's what I mean. Which,
Yeah.
we're as Americans represented by them, which
Oh
is
my God, I know.
obviously ridiculous.
And the leaders that came over from Denmark, they just looked dejected. Like
Yeah.
nothing was accomplished
Yeah.
from their point
Well,
of
what
view.
could have been accomplished?
Well, I think they were hoping, right?
That
Reason.
America would just back down and be like, "Oh yeah, I guess you're right. We don't really want Greenland." Like, is that what you?
Of course, I don't know what was said in the meeting. I don't know. It
Well,
wasn't public, was it?
Yeah.
I haven't
why?
watched it.
And I don't think it was, but why do we need Greenland anyway? Like, it's already a very good ally who has it.
It's all about their minerals, right? And
Yeah,
their,
it's got to
I,
be it's
yeah.
I
the
mean,
stuff
they
under
say
the
it's a
ground.
strategic, protective, place to help
We
them keep
already
their.
have military
And we
bases
have
there.
military there. Exactly.
We
It's
do.
all about the minerals.
Well, now,
I mean, that's what I've read.
Yeah.
yeah. Now
Yeah.
it's just the one base. We have had more than one base there, but now it's just the one. It's Space Force base, basically.
Mm,
But yes, we've had a presence there all along.
yeah.
And so it is just an excuse. And you and I were talking about this last time we got together, that it's just a new imperialism.
Yeah.
For the US. It's just
Yeah.
more.
I guess they see global warming is starting to melt all the ice, and they're thinking soon we're going to be at the surface and can frack all that nice oil right out of the earth. And
Well, it's not just oil. It's like all these different things, like to help build data chips and things. I don't know.
think there's some
but
rare earths.
I saw this
Rare earth
like
minerals,
really
yeah.
intelligent person the other day explaining about all the different types of minerals they have, and
Uh-huh.
how they want to be able to have power over that in order to make data chips
And bypass China.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
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 And speaking of, did y'all hear that Trump now says he is the president of Venezuela?
Oh yes, it's on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Or it was. I
Like
don't know if
it was
still
on
is.
his whatever
they
his
taken it
social
off yet?
media pages.
I don't know. I didn't check.
He says he is president of Venezuela.
Well, he clearly is not. We don't have any soldiers in Venezuela right now. We have
Supposedly,
we have
I mean,
no
that's
ice
why Hawley
in
said
Venezuela.
he backed out of his, because they were voting on something like within the past day or two, and Hawley was going to vote on the other side,
Mhm.
but they assured him that they do not have troops in Venezuela, and that, so he was like, okay, I guess I'll go ahead and vote with the Republican side then. Anyway, I don't know. It's just a mess.
He can't
It is a
run the
mess.
country that he is president of, much
No.
less the country that he is not the president of.
Oh,
Yeah.
But they're giving him their peace prizes. So, that feels like he
Well,
must be
so-
important, right?
okay. Here's something about that though. Like she asked if she could share the peace prize with Trump, and then the Nobel Prize committee were like, nope, can't do that.
Mhm.
And so she just gave him the medal, right? She didn't give him
Right.
the money prize, as far as
Right.
I'm aware. So
Well, the Nobel committee said it's not a transferable prize.
Yeah, of
Right.
course not.
So
Yeah.
it's not like he
Yeah.
suddenly actually is a Peace
Right.
Prize winner.
no,
He
of
just
course,
bullied this woman
Yeah.
out of the one that was given to her.
they basically just stole the medal.
Yeah.
But
Just like he did the trophy. Do you remember the was it a soccer or hockey trophy? I can't remember. What organization
I don't
was
know
it?
anything about this.
Oh,
The FIFA one?
what was it, the FIFA trophy? There, I think it was soccer. Anyway, whoever,
Oh,
I think it was FIFA. Was it FIFA?
I think so.
The winning team came to visit Trump and brought their trophy with them. Look, we won.
Oh,
He
Yes.
kept the trophy.
He kept it?
He kept it. They did not intend to give it to him. He just took it and kept it. And so they just basically had another trophy made for the team because Trump acted like, oh, thank you. This is for me. Wow. I'll accept it.
Well, it's because everybody's giving him gifts. If the airplane, and then what was it? The Swiss.
The Swiss gold watch or clock.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's just paying him off.
Yeah, bribes.
Yes.
Wow.
I just wish people could and would stand up to him and to.
I wish Iran would abduct him like they were talking about. Like he did to Maduro. Come on, Iran. Come pick him up.
Yeah.
They threatened they wouldn't miss him this time when they shot at him. So, I mean, it could happen. That's not the way I want to see him go because I do not want him to be a martyr.
Yeah.
I'm ready for him to have another stroke and kick over in his sleep.
Yeah. Or
that'd be the easy way out for
rot
all
in
of us.
prison for the rest of his natural life.
That would be best, but it's never going to happen.
That's not going to happen because he has immunity, but the people around him do not. The people around him do not have immunity. So if he does not survive this presidency, and I don't believe he'll survive the year personally, just putting that out there. If he doesn't, and he doesn't sort of pre-pardon everybody in his administration, they don't have immunity.
Yeah. And, see, I don't think a pre-pardon should even be a thing.
I don't think it should either, but Biden
like
did
when
it with
Biden
his
did
son
it,
for all.
Who cares? It shouldn't have mattered. You pre-pardon. That didn't mean anything.
No.
So he's not guilty for all the stuff he didn't do. Fine. If he does something, he's still gonna.
But you can understand with Trump's personality, being that he is so vindictive. You knew who he was going to go after as soon as he had control again. And he absolutely would have gone after Hunter Biden. He absolutely would have done it. And Hunter Biden is not my favorite person. I mean, heck, Joe Biden was not my favorite person. I didn't want to vote for him. He ended up being my only choice because there were no other options. But I would have preferred almost anybody else to Biden. But we got him, and he did a passable job while he was in office.
It was largely uneventful.
It was largely uneventful. We didn't wake up every day going, what's next? Right?
Yeah.
But I do think so. They're already trying to impeach Kristi Noem.
Yeah.
And if things get bad enough with ICE, that could happen. Or Trump might be, jump the gun and go on ahead and get rid of her himself because he doesn't like for anybody who works with him to make him look bad.
No, he doesn't like losers.
Right.
Right.
And if he thinks she's going to get impeached, he might, get rid of her first.
Yeah.
But she is doing the ramping up that he wants. He wants this violence. He wants Americans to return the violence that he is inflicting upon them. Because if they return the violence, then he can call upon the Insurrection Act and he can prevent the midterms from happening. That's where we really need to be concerned. Is if he can wrangle away to prevent the midterms.
Well, this is only because we are allowing ourselves to be obeyers of the law. Like we're saying that he can prevent the midterms. He really can't. If we want to have the midterms anyway, we just have the midterms.
Well,
and who cares what he says? He doesn't care what we say.
I would agree.
Right? He doesn't care about what we say. He doesn't care about the rules. So why do we have to care about his rules? We don't.
At the state level, that could occur. I agree with you, John, because elections are run at the state level.
Yes.
But as the president, he has in his head right now, and he's already saying it out loud, that the midterm should not happen.
Well,
he's already saying that out loud.
Ways to not have it. Yeah.
If the American people get together and say, we're going to have a recall election and get rid of President Trump, it doesn't even matter if it's legal or not. we get together, everybody says, "Yep, he's out. He's better get out, or things are going to get worse, and not in his favor."
Yeah.
So people
He'll
have
just be
this
another manure.
weird like they self-limit because of some arbitrary rule, and but the people that they're fighting against are not self-limiting because of arbitrary rules. So
Right.
you're just keeping yourself back
So
in a
here's what
way.
I think you're misunderstanding me though, John, because
Well,
I'm
no,
not
I
saying
don't think so
don't
because
protest. I'm not saying don't protest. I
right,
go protest, right?
right.
I am saying keep it peaceful because even
Yes, I
peaceful
understand.
protests impact him
Yeah,
and his ability to do what he wants to do. If we
yeah,
return violence for violence,
yeah,
then he can ramp it up further
Yeah.
yeah.
and
Martial law.
he could potentially prevent elections. And I think we've got
Only,
to
but my point is, he can only prevent an election if we allow him to prevent an election.
I agree. But I think returning violence with violence is one of those ways that could happen.
Well,
Yeah,
currently we allow him to get away with everything. I mean,
yeah,
there are tons of lawsuits. Like, I mean, there's lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit, right?
yeah,
But yeah, he's getting away with everything. And
yeah,
because the Republicans are the majority of the House and the Senate, they all go with him. So, of course, they just have total control right now, which is
yeah,
why we have to have the midterms, which is why.
We've got to have the
yeah,
midterms.
yeah. I
But
understand.
yeah.
I just feel like we have created this fiction that we all believe is reality, and it's the world that we live in. But reality is not that world. Reality is more than that world, but we just refuse to participate in reality, right? We participate in this fictional world that we've created, and I'm getting pretty tired of it myself, right? Like, why do we allow corporations to destroy the planet?
So if you were in the US, John, you'd take up arms at this point? There are a lot of
At this
I see a
point, I
lot
don't
of
know.
mostly
At,
men saying that. I do see a
yeah,
lot of mostly men saying that at this point.
at this point, I
I'm
don't
not
know,
sure I agree. I'm not sure I
but
agree.
uh, the rule of law is on thin ice, I think,
It is, I
um,
agree. I
because
absolutely
the
agree.
laws are not being obeyed by the administration and
Yeah.
by the people who are in power. Like, they should be impeaching him,
Mhm.
I
right?
agree. I agree.
There's absolutely no reason why he's not being kicked out.
I still also believe that it is a cult of personality and it is a cult.
Yeah.
I do not get me wrong, but when the leader of a cult dies, the cult dies with it. And that's what I think is actually going to occur and get us out of
Well,
this.
I hope they all drink Kool-Aid, I guess, then, because I feel like even if Trump were to die, there's still enough, because this is not Trump is just the latest um, manifestation of this weird thing that's happening with conservatives. Like, because it was Bush before Trump, and it was, you know, um,
Yes, but none of them were the level that Trump is with regard to
yes,
the
no, 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 no.
authoritarian drive and the
I agree.
vindictiveness and
Certainly, with
the
George W.
grasping for
Bush,
power.
it was more just like incompetence with a little bit of evilness, probably because of Dick Cheney being in there. But with Trump, it's 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 also incompetence, but there's just a whole lot more evil everywhere,
Yeah,
right?
I
There's
agree.
just a lot of
Yes.
rotten people, and
Yeah.
so
I
it's
don't think
different.
I
Yeah.
It's
don't
getting
think
worse.
this yes, it is absolutely getting worse, but I don't
So
think the sycophants around him
I don't think
can
Trump's the end of the
maintain
line, though.
power. I see, I think he is. I really do.
No, it's just
Because
going to get
none of
worse.
them have the charisma. Can't be. Stephen Miller is the most evil thing in that administration, and he cannot get into power on his own,
Yeah,
power
yeah,
on
of
his
course not.
own spin because he
Personality.
he is a Nazi through and through. I'm sorry, I'll just say it out loud.
Yeah,
If you listen to him speak, he is the most fascist person I have heard in my lifetime,
Yeah.
yeah.
and he's Jewish. It's just
Well,
crazy.
Yeah.
But that's where we are. But he could never be elected. Stephen Miller could never get elected.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. I don't think anybody would ever vote for him.
So that said, we've had a nice long conversation today. It's because we got extra bodies. But thank you, John, for
Yeah,
spending some time helping us
of course.
just muddle through
Talk.
all this again. Yeah. My heart goes out to the people of Minnesota while they are going through this really trying time.
Yeah.
I know a few of them are starting to pour water in front of the DHS buildings because
What?
apparently ice has a hard time walking on ice.
Oh, on ice, yes. Yes.
But anyway, thanks again, brother. And Laura probably won't be with us again the next time. So thank you, Laura,
Yeah.
for hanging out
Yes.
with us.
Thanks, Laura.
And
Good to be here.
we'll catch you later. We'll have to talk her into. We will talk her into getting on Zoom with us and actually participating more often.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know if she wants to be associated with types like us.
We might be too radical for Laura, huh?
Maybe.
All right, guys. Good night.
Good night.
If you enjoyed this content, please hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications.